The contestants now travel into Cumbria to meet a chef whose restaurant has been called the Fat Duck of the North. Simon Rogan opened the one Michelin-starred Long Clume 9 years ago. Its accolades are based on his unique skill at foraging and sourcing the best of Britain's natural larder.
Foraging is everything to us. It's what connects us to our surroundings. Picking that link from the earth out of the ground by your bare hands without it actually being transported. Something special about that. Welcome to a very windy Cumbria. You might think there's nothing here, but the whole area is rich in natural ingredients. And hopefully, you know, if you can grasp these ingredients, then it will take your cooking to the whole next level. There's plenty to choose from. Let's go for it.
This is what I've been really looking forward to, actually. So it's really exciting to see what we're going to come up with.
So that's the Sierra grass. Taste that. It's a lovely, delicate herb. Bit reminiscent of coriander. Some people have been known to call it beach coriander.
Would you use it in the same way as coriander?
Yeah, you could chop it up and sprinkle it over things. It doesn't actually lose its density during cooking, so I like to use it as a garnish. It looks quite effective.
It's just nowhere near as salty, but it's not that quality of the sea, is it?
They're all really connected in ways, but they've got all these subtle differences, and you know, they're all quite unique in flavour.
Really lovely.
Simon says, you just might see grass. He says, but I see an open lard. I was like, no, I don't, mate. Do you know what I mean? No. But in a short while, you're picking stuff up, you're tasting it. It's all new experience, you know what I
mean? Okay, so we've got some hawthorn berries here. Quite good for use with game. Good for thickening things. Thickening stews, red meat stews and stuff like that. Okay, so the real star of the show, if you like, and my favourite is this one here, called Sweet Sicily, or also known as Sweet Brackens, because it looks like a bracken. And it's got the most amazing smell.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you eat it, obviously you can taste the aniseed, but on cooking, it dissipates quite a lot. It's pretty amazing.
It's going to make you keep on thinking about what's around, what's in the environment. I've never done anything like this before, so it's been an incredible day so far.
With their foraging introduction over, the contestants face their next test. Lunch for 25 of Simon's food producers and farmers. A makeshift kitchen has been set up for them in a farmer's barn.
This kitchen is so small and there's not many hobs.
Simon has provided their ingredients, including venison, partridge and lamb sourced from the local estate, as well as freshly caught herring and a range of foraged sea herbs and berries.
These people that are coming in today, it's their food, it's their produce. It's just got to be special, simple as that.
Between the 6 of them, they have to make 4 mains and 2 puddings.
I'm going to take venison.
Right, well, there's 5 of us want to do savoury.
Okay.
So.
Oh, right.
Eamon?
Yes, buddy.
What were you thinking?
I wanted the venison.
Right,
Yeah,
so there's 2 on venison.
How set are you on venison, Eamon?
Well, there's plenty of other good ingredients, so...
Yeah, I know. But we need one more sweet.
Well, we've got to come up with the dishes, so I'll go dessert.
Anybody else wanting to do a dessert?
Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:30, lunch is at 1 o'clock. So now you are eating your 2.5 hours cooking time. Plan well, think about your equipment, who's using the ovens, you've got a lot of food to make.
I think I'm gonna make a venison stew. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Venison I'm happy with, but the other meats I don't think I could cook. So I think that's where I am at the moment. Yeah.
That piece of venison is a venison loin. It's got no fat in it. You try and stew that. It's not haunch. It's going to be dry as an old boot on boot day.
So I'm not doing a stew.
Not with venison.
While Shalina rethinks her dish, Tom is underway French trimming his racks of lamb.
I'm doing a lamb with a pine nut and herb crust. The people who produced all this wonderful food today, they're going to be eating it. And there's nothing more disrespectful than, to ruin someone's good work. I mean, I know what it's like if I go and plaster a house out and then they get, an awful decorator and he ruins it. It'd be the same thing for me to cook their food badly, so I have no intention of doing that.
After Andrew's whiskey disaster, he's hoping to impress with a dish using the local herring.
I'm going to smoke the herring with hay and herbs, and that's going to be a bit easier for service as well, because if it's smoked, there's no risk of really being overcooked.
Don't go weird.
No, I'm not going weird.
Don't have 20 angry farmers.
No. Simple.
Trusting you.
Fish, mash and vegetables.
I actually really like the sound of Andrew's dish.
He's going to smoke his own fish. He's going to make a herb-flavoured mashed potato and then a sauce using clams and some of the shrimp.
Jay has chosen to base his dish around the partridge.
You love to roast those birds, aren't you?
I'm going to pan fry them, bone side down first, to get some fat rendered out of it, and then I'm going to spin it over and crisp up the skin nice.
With puy lentil and a mirepoix, chopped up veg.
Yeah.
Jay, I like it. I do like it. Yeah, I really
I'm
do.
just thinking earthy and rural, you know what I mean?
What do you know about rural? You get nervous, you run out of concrete, you do. Jay's dish is my pick of the dishes. Absolutely lovely. He's going to take the breasts off the partridge, he's going to fry them, he's serving that with puy lentils and mirepoix.
After cooking in environments like these, going home to your own kitchen, right, it's a breeze. Fantastic.
Aki, what are you doing with those Bramley apples?
So I was going to do a tart tatin until about 5 seconds ago when I've changed my mind because I've never made tart tatin before.
So what are you going to do now?
I'm going to do some hazelnut toffee brownies with some caramelised apples, spiced custard as well.
All right.
Thank you.
What are you giving them, Eamon?
Calvados caramelised apples with those lovely berries. I'm hopefully going to find a little bit of booze to put them in just to give them a bit of zing.
You're both doing an apple dessert.
I'll ditch the apples and I'll
Sorry,
ditch the spiced custard.
I thought you had changed your mind and were doing a chocolate brownie. I thought that's
I'm
what you
going
told
to
me
do a brownie, but I was going to do it with caramelised apples and spiced custard, which is the same as you. So I'm going to ditch the apples, ditch the custard, keep the brownie, and as I go along, I'll try and think of something else to go with the brownie. Yeah?
So you're changing your mind again, you're staying with the apple? All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Greg.
Yep.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure. Eamon's nicked all the good ingredients. But everyone loves a bit of chocolate, don't they? And toffee, so I'm pretty confident.
I don't mean to scare you, but 2 hours to lunchtime.
Shalina's now decided to sear and roast the venison and serve it with a foraged slow berry jus.
Never used slow berries, I've never cooked this particular cut of venison. It's all very new, so I'm going to have to be quite instinctual. I need to make the jus now, so I'm just letting it boil.
Andrew, are you about to fill the barn full of smoke?
Potentially, yes. I'm going to try not to, guys. I'm smoking the fish. I only learnt to smoke a fish this summer, so I've just put one in to experiment, see how it goes, taste it, and then I can do the rest, hopefully.
I'm concerned about that smoked fish. If they're not cooked all the way through, then you end up with this very, very harsh outer, which tastes like acrid smoke. But I tell you what, if Andrew pulls it off, fantastic.
Eamon's caramelising the apples in Calvados, which he'll be serving on pamperdou or French toast.
I need to make it look pretty. That slop on a plate last time. This just needs to look pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm hoping it will. The idea of using those wild berries, that really enthuses me. But I want to try and get a really nice, delicate-looking dish, but with little pings of flavour.
Guys, you need to start talking to each other about equipment because the ovens are going to be used by everybody and you need to make sure you can get your food through for service.
Can I use the oven at 180 for half an hour? Okay.
So I need the oven, I need in 30 minutes, I'm going to have it on 180, you guys have bagged all this, I have to do dessert, change my mind 3 times, assert yourself, come on.
Yeah.
Tell them.
I'm going to use the oven. How do you use the oven?
I'm already using the oven, Aki.
Aki has now changed her mind so many times, I'm concerned about if she's going to complete the task.
It was going to be a tartare, but she's never done one, and it was going to be a chocolate brownie. Aki, it's got to be something. It's got to be something pretty quickly. What exactly is your dish now, Aki?
It's toffee and hazelnut brownies with some brown sugar custard, and if I have time, I'll do some ginger stuffed dates.
Aki, you're looking like that, and people come in for lunch, it's embarrassing. Promise me, from now on, you work cleanly, please.
Yes, John.
You'll start thinking about service, guys.
With lunch approaching, Simon's guests begin to arrive. The local farmers, artisan food producers, and gamekeepers.
Really hope the contestants do a great job today. I've put my neck on the line really here. I know these producers, they're really passionate about their products. They want to see them used in the right way. So I just hope to God they do the business for me.
Whenever I go out to a restaurant or anything, if there's game on the menu, that's what I always go for because they're so natural, really lovely, rich food.
I'd like it to be a rare exemplar of everything the best we can produce here, and that is game, meat, and local vegetables.
$25 minutes, actually less than 25 minutes, almost 20 minutes, guys, and that's it.
It's meant to be 120.
Sorry?
You've got the oven at 100.
No, it's supposed to be 180. Who changed the oven? Okay, who put the oven at 120? Who put the oven at 120? We need to work this out.
We're using the oven, darling.
Eamon?
Yes, buddy.
Well, I put it at 180, whoever did that.
It was you, wasn't it? Sabotage.
I've been at it all week.
It seems a little bit underdone because of the oven temperature. I'm going to put it in for another 10.
Can I get everyone's attention for just a minute? Importantly, you're going to have to get those bain maries on. You're going to have where you're serving the food to warm up, okay?
How's everyone serving their food?
I'm going to serve the lamb, come up and then serve
your vegetables.
Yeah.
How much? What do you need?
I don't really need much. I just need a thing to keep it warm.
Guys, you got 10 minutes to have your food up, please. Just 10 minutes.
Let's crack on.
You need to be carving your meat.
Right, this is my carving space, guys. Okay.
We've got a little crowd of ruddy-faced farmers gathering, and they look pretty hungry to me.
Are you going to be really ready in 6 or 7 minutes?
All we've got to do is put these in the oven. These are done.
Has everyone got their food on the pass, or do they need a help?
Is it cooked?
It's cooked. They just need to set for a little bit, so...
How are we doing? I've got sauce here, fish is here, ready to go.
You've got about 2 minutes. We need a complete table buffet.
Everything ready for service?
Perfect.
Got a herb-crusted rack of lamb on roasted parsnips with some pickled onions and a minty jus.
If anyone like hay smoked herring, please come up.
This is partridge, pie lentils.
Jay has pan-fried the estate partridge and served it with puy lentils and a mirepoix.
There you go, sir. Enjoy your dish. This is a part that you dread, you're waiting for the feedback now, you know what I mean? But hopefully I did good for them.
The partridge and lentils is really, really tasty. Really nice bird, really well seasoned, really goes well with the lentils. Quite impressed with that one.
I had to try the partridge. It looked as if it's been cooked quite different to how I'm used to it. But I must say it's really, really tasty.
It's got quite a subtle taste, the partridge, I think, and therefore could easily be overwhelmed. Got it right.
Beautifully cooked piece of partridge, crispy on the outside, really well seasoned. It is really, really delicious.
Jay has taken good local produce and he's made a very good dish from it. That's what we wanted from him. Well done.
Shalina has cooked the venison with braised red cabbage and parsnips and served it with a foraged slow sauce.
Everyone wanted the venison. They were just queuing up by me, so I'm really happy. Obviously it looked pretty and attractive. We'll see what the verdicts are in a minute.
The venison is really, really nice. Impressed with the seasoning. The sauce complements the venison well, cuts through the venison quite nicely. So, on the whole, a good, well-executed dish as well.
It's divine. It's cooked beautifully. I love to see local produce combined in such a way. It's fantastic.
Beautiful plate of food. Yes, and it looks nice as well.
The layers of flavour are quite extraordinary. Very woody, rich venison flavour, sweet parsnips, and the crunch of that cabbage.
Venison's cooked really well, but the flavour of those sloes through that cabbage and that sauce is almost magnificent. I've got to say, well done, Shalina.
Andrew's dish is hay and herb smoked herring with clams and shrimps, served with rosemary mash and sea vegetables.
Only sold one portion of hay smoked herring, and that was to the chef, Simon. You know, there's only 20 people there, and I think meat's always a popular choice.
I went for the hay smoked herring because, you know, we do quite a lot of hay smoked cookery ourselves. Really tasty, seasoned well, good balance, very nice.
For me, this herring, the smoked herring with the potatoes, those sea vegetables, the celery, the shrimps and the clams, is absolutely delicious.
I was really worried. I thought he'd attempted too much. I thought he was going to put lots of things that were unnecessary on his plate, and in fairness, he's done it before. But today, I think he's really nailed it.
Tom has made pine nut crusted rack of lamb with parsnips and pickled red onions, served with a mint jus.
My style of plating up, I'd like to be able to spend a little bit more time, but yeah, I'm happy with what I've done.
lamb really, really tasty. It's a prime ingredient, and he's treated it quite well. So yeah, very tasty.
Absolutely beautiful. It's cooked beautifully. The crust is delicious. The parsnips complement it perfectly. The only thing is the onions just slightly undercooked for me. Apart from that, it's absolutely fabulous.
I think the empty plate speaks for itself, really. It was beautiful. I like the crust on the lamb, and I particularly like the onion. It was really, really nice.
Lamb's cooked nicely, but I don't like this pine nut crust. It makes it almost sweet. John, it's not a particularly inspiring dish.
I actually disagree. I quite like it. I like the smokiness of that lamb, and I like the sweetness of those parsnips, and the real sort of strength of the onion. I think it's a good dish.
Sticky toffee hazelnut brownie.
With the main courses over, it's now up to Eamon and Aki to impress with their desserts. Aki has cooked chocolate toffee brownie with hazelnuts and ginger stuffed dates dipped in white chocolate, served with a caramel custard.
I'm not really happy, actually. I wanted the brownies to set a little bit more, and I was really furious that my oven temperature was turned down without no one telling me. It tastes really nice, so hopefully it's going to be okay.
Chocolate brownie, for me, it's a little bit undercooked. It's a bit gooey.
Would have liked a better consistency with the brownie, really. It was a bit too mushy, so it was disappointing, I'm afraid.
I couldn't taste the caramel custard very much in it. I thought it was more custardy than caramel, but it was still very nice and I enjoyed the dish.
It tastes absolutely fine because it's chocolate and it's sweet. It's not too sweet and it's creamy and it's sticky, but there's no texture at all. That brownie should be a little firmer.
It doesn't work. And considering the mess which she was working in, I'm not surprised it doesn't work.
Eamon's dish is caramelised apple slices with foraged blackberries soaked in Madeira on pain perdu with custard and blackberry sauce.
It's gorgeous. I'm confident I like it. Yeah, what's not to like? Apples, custard, sauce. I'd like it.
I like the use of the blackberries with the spiced fruits and the lovely pain perdu on the base, which is really, really tasty.
I give it 9.99 out of 10. There isn't any more, is there?
Eamon's made really good use of these ingredients. He's got some really clever flavourings in here.
It's a good looking dish, it's well cooked, it's got a real depth of flavour coming from that alcohol. It's far, far better than I expected it was going to be.
On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to thank you. That was a very good meal. And the main thing was you treated our local ingredients with respect. And you should be saluted. Thank you very much.
I can't believe we've just had food as good as that in a barn in Cumbria. That was fantastic.
This country has something to celebrate, and today we prove that.
This whole experience has shown me to respect my ingredients a lot more than I probably have in the past.
Today was a fantastic day. It's an experience that I'm definitely never going to forget, and I hope I bring those influences into my cooking as well.
As it stands, I'm quite happy. I think I've pushed myself. I think I've done myself proud.
Aki's dessert didn't quite work today, nor in my mind did it celebrate the Great British Larder. Aki wasn't in control.
I'm not particularly proud of what I did today, but I am looking forward to going back and using the inspiration and ideas I've earned through this experience.
Andrew and Eamon came back in the game, and they're back in the competition.
I had a lot to prove to all sorts of people today, most of all myself, but confidence levels are right back to where they should be.
I wanted to show John, Greg and Simon that I can take nice British ingredients, cook them simply, do them justice, and I think I did that today.
We're going to have to lose one of these contestants soon, and it's going to be really hard. I think today they surpassed my expectations and yours.
Next